Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, I'm asking the question, when is enough enough? And the reason for the question comes from a recent article from the Pattaya News. That's the PattayaNews.com. Article is titled, Chonburi Governor Releases Late Night Updated Orders Around COVID-19 and Food and Beverage Establishments. And getting to the heart of it, and the thing that just threw me for a loop, quoting directly, number 2, all customers, regardless of the size of the venue and regardless of the customer's vaccination or recovery status, must take a COVID-19 antigen test within 72 hours of the current time period to dine in. The venue can arrange for on-site testing or accept qualified test results. Quoting further, if a venue is unwilling or unable to meet the first 2 points, they must shut immediately until/if restrictions are eased. There is no, and there's emphasis in the original on this, there is no expiration date. The order is until further notice. And again, that's from the Pattaya News. That's thepattayanews.com. And I don't have the words to express my disdain for where this is gone. I don't even understand why this is occurring, and to cite why I don't even understand why this is occurring, quoting from another article from ASEAN Now, that's ASEANnow.com. Article is titled, Chonburi Launches Proactive COVID-19 Case Finding Operations. Quoting directly, this is just a small excerpt from a larger article. I urge those who are interested, go look at this article in detail. But quoting directly, officials insist, however, that the situation remains under control and there have so far been no severe cases caused by the new variant. Let me read that again. Officials insist, however, that the situation remains under control and there have so far been no severe cases caused by the new variant. Well, if everything's fine and dandy, why is there being this protocol implemented that has arguably been the most onerous one that I have seen thus far? And for those who don't I don't know how many people watch this channel that aren't sort of at least in the orbit of Thailand in sort of their lives. But for anybody that doesn't really get, and for all those people out there, quite frankly, who I find rather annoying, that, well, why are you upset about, it's just this little thing, or if you don't like it, don't go out to eat. Well, no, I want to go out to eat. I like going out to eat. We've never had this before. This is ridiculous, quite frankly. But more to the point, think about the establishments. And also, and what I was getting to with respect to folks that may not understand how big this is, the magnitude of how big this could be. I'm really hoping cooler heads prevail and this just kind of falls by the wayside. I've made it clear that I think the whole notion of papers, please, and you have to present some kind of documentation to just go about basic functions of your life is really just beyond the pale to me. Basic human rights needs to prevail at some point where we say, look, I need to live my life regardless of what's going on out there. And to top it off, the data we've seen, I don't want to go that deep into this because, quite frankly, it's really not the bailiwick of this channel, but the data around this latest Greek letter that we now have, and depending on what you read, there have been multiple Greek letters, and I don't even know what letter we're exactly on, but let's call it the latest one. The lethality is not anywhere near what we've seen in the past. Yeah, transmissibility apparently higher, but the question I would think everybody needs to ask is, if this was the situation, this alone was the situation we were presented with March 20 of 2020, would we have done any of this? This incrementally, this getting worse, while apparently the threat seems to be diminishing, that seems illogical to me. But more to the point, back to what I was saying, foreign nationals may not understand this, but meals in Thailand frequently, not just for tourists, I mean for everybody. Eating at home, it's not unheard of, it's not uncommon, but it's very frequent. I would say there are many people in Thailand who eat all of their meals outside of their home, or a vast majority of their meals outside of their home. So this is not some, oh, well, if you don't like it, just don't go out to eat for a while. No, this is going to have tremendous ramifications on the lives of day-to-day people. And then also, basic where they say, the venue can arrange for on-site testing. What is this? I mean, these aren't hospitals. These are small restaurants, small eateries, or accept qualified test results. Again, papers, please. And why? Over something that is not as bad as it was before when we didn't have these types of restrictions, these types of protocols? That doesn't make any logical sense. Truly, at what point is enough enough? Thailand has hurt economically, in many ways socially, I think, and it's hurting with respect to its tourism industry. And folks have tried, myself included, many people I've watched, tried to do what's right and tried to do what's best for all concerned. But at a certain point, there gets to be a point where things just become unreasonable. And I think we're getting to that point, if we haven't gotten there already. So seriously, I pose the question again, at what point is enough enough?